Well, I was the big jock. Well, there's my wife as a pom-pom girl in high school. And as the big jock, I got to present the homecoming queen her crown. There she is there. And later she became Miss San Bruno. And we've been together since 1970 and got married in 77. There's a little college photo, that era. Somewhere in, let's see, May 28th, 1977, we got married. There's me in my yellow tux. And then there's our 20-year high school reunion picture. And as time marches on, there's our grandkids came along. They look like they're about 3 or 4 there. They're 6 now. There's a little trip to Hawaii together. And of course, we got to have an anniversary cake photo in the picture. So happy anniversary to my wife of 38 years. Hope you'd enjoyed. Well, as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I build a lot of tooling for myself, and a lot of it is copied from other websites or YouTube videos or what have you. It's tooling for myself, and I enjoy building it, and hopefully you get to use the product also that I build. Well, this little drawing here is, and I'll show you some photos there. It was brought to my attention from a viewer. His name is Kazumo Murata. Murata, I should be able to pronounce it correctly there. And I think he's located in Italy. Should check that. But he sent me a link to a site that I think is in Russia, and said, hey, take a look at this. What do you think about building something like this? And so I went to that YouTube video, and as you can see, I guess that's Russian, but I stopped and took photographs of the build that this fellow was doing. And as you can see, this part rotates so that when you put something in the vise, it squares up in the vise. And the back is actually got a radius on it there. So with the photos, I basically did my own CAD drawing of it, trying to determine sizes, and I think I got it somewhat nailed, based on what I saw in the photos there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to build the part. I've done a blow up of it, and then also did a little step by step for myself, so that I try not to have Mr. Bozo come and help me along. So dug in the scrap pile, found a piece of shaft, and from this edge right here to the red line, I can get a 3-inch bar out of that. Going to shoot it down to 800 thousandths. It's quite larger than 800 right now. It's about 1.25 inches maybe. So knock that down in the lathe. And then, if you remember when I built the fingers for my finger brake, I had this piece of steel. And so this has been squared up on 2 sides and 1 face. So I'll end up going ahead and cutting. It's 1.25 inches thick, so that'll give me my 1.25 inches. I need 1.5 inches by 3 inches. So I'll cut that out of the block, square it up, and get ready to go. So we'll good scrap bin product again, and looking forward for a nice fun build on this. So I'm going to bring you on some of the steps. I'm not the guy to teach you machining, so I show little things, little bit of it, if I find there's some interest, and we will see. I'm looking for maybe a thou clearance between the actual rod and the block itself for its freedom to rotate. Again, that's a guess on my part too. All right, well, we'll move along with this project and see how it goes. Well, just squared up the block in the mill here. This was a saw edge from the last time I used the block, so just gave it a little trim, and go ahead and now cut off a 1.25 inch slice. Do that over in the bandsaw. So here's just a little quick layout, 3 inches by my 1.25 inch on the surface plate. Real simple to do it with the height gauge. Now over to the saw. Okay, here's a little chop action in the bandsaw. Working fine. Just about 2/3 of the way through the block. Well, I don't know how good that focus is, but just for shits and giggles, let's see what the saw did in a 5-inch cut. So we're on 0 there. 30, roughly 28 thousandths in 5 inches out of parallel. I'll take that. Okay, here we are just sizing the block, get my final sizes. See, I got a fan there in the background, blow the smoke away. Okay, pull it out and check dimension. Be back. Well, just because I can, I'm playing with my new Hoke gauge blocks. Set it 1/250, got it on 0, and there's my part on 0. So that worked out well, and we'll continue moving on, just playing in the shop. And I don't know if you can see the finish that left, but it left a nice crosshatch. So looks like my mill head's trammed in real sweet right now. Happy about that. All right. Continue on. Okay, the block, I decided to drill this 800 thousandths hole in the mill. I was debating whether to put it in the forge jaw on the lathe or do it in the mill, but I'll go ahead and punch a hole here and then finish it with a boring head to get it to 800 thousandths. I have it on the left side of my vise because the two edges are picked up on the DRO, so I don't really have to do any measuring, although I've already did lay out the hole. And then since I have it on the far side of the vise, I put together a set of spacers, 1.5 inches, that'll come over here. So when I tighten the vise down, it'll tighten square. I don't have to worry about the vise going out of square. So I'm lined up on the side here, and I'll get it set up and start drilling. Well, I got a center drill in it, and I decided to use taper shank drills that I have. So we'll start off with a 1/4 inch hole and then move on up from there. Okay, the 1/4 inch hole is punched all the way through, so we'll step it up to a larger drill bit. Probably go in a couple steps here. Okay, got a 5/8 hole punch through it. We'll clean up and then we'll go to the next side. Okay, got a 25-30 seconds in there, which is 0.781, and then I'll finish the rest boring it out. Okay, got the boring process. Well, I was shooting for 800, and I'll take that. Not bad for a blind guy. Blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. I think I hit it by luck. Well, I'm back here. So I said I hit my hole at 800 even, and I'd be lying if I told you that. I thought I hit it perfect, but I've been checking, and I got these piece of crap aftermarket Chinese, Taiwanese, I don't know. It could be me. So I've tried using two different what are these called? Snap gauges, two different inside gauges. Had my micrometer going at it, had my other micrometer going at it, trying to figure out what did I hit on a hole center so that I could hit this right. So I ended up finally, and I don't know if you'll see it or not, but I went ahead and turned apart and started at 800 thousandths and went up 1,000 steps, so that I could create my own pin gauge to find out what the hell damn diameter did I hit. I didn't hit 800. Okay, I'll give you that. So what I've got is a bore of 805, and I'll make my part at 804. No reason to go back and pick up the 5,000s to hit my 800. But thought I'd just tell you. I didn't think I hit 800, but like I said, if I did hit it, I was damn lucky. Anywho, so I don't have pin gauges. I got pin gauges up to 625 and on my list to go to 1 inch, but not right now. So we'll go ahead and make the next part. Well, here's the tooling that Randy Richard built for me. I'm doing about 60,000 depth of cut on an unknown material. It is magnetic, but it's an interrupted cut. And this tool just cuts like a son of a gun. Great roughing cut. Thank you, Randy. I wish you could smell the smoke. Just got to show you. 80,000 depth of cut, interrupted, just cutting like a son of a gun. Now there's 100,000 depth of cut, interrupted because there's a keyway shaft in there. Randy, your tool is just killing it. Well, handheld here. Let me shut the lathe off. I don't know if the camera's going to stay in focus, but man, that's a beautiful thing. Look at them chips. That is just pure beauty. Okay, well, you can see there's the interrupted cut it was hitting on, but even after it passed the interrupted cut, it was still breaking the chips. Alright, got a little bit more to go. Okay, didn't show you the finish up on the rod, but there's the rod piece, and fits nice in there, nice and tight, and slides well. So I think it'll work. Good. Next thing is to rough off this front piece now. and get it so it opens up. Okay, I got the part laid out, and we're going to go ahead and section this end off in the bandsaw. You can see the amount that I got to cut off, and then we'll clean it up in the mill to get it parallel. I think that's going to work out just fine. Clean it up in the mill, the rod stays in there, and the rod moves freely. Little burrs there, but get all that cleaned up. Alright, back over to the mill. Just thought I'd show you, there's my buddy. Oh, he's listening to me, taking a little snooze. Oh, I woke him up. He's being a good boy sitting out there waiting for me. Okay, well, I got the part down to size, and now it just needs some detail and cleanup, and then go ahead and finish the rod. And chamfer edges to get it nice and soft. I think I might get a quick visit at the surface grinder just to enhance the surfaces. Well, took it over to the surface grinder. And that looks much better than the milled edge, and I did the back side, so guess I'm gonna have to do the other edges also. It's gonna look pretty, but it's getting there. Well, working on cutting the flat now. About a 40 thousandths depth of cut here. Well, there's the flat. Kind of looks like the picture. Actually, I thought about it. I went and ground the back of this, but it's got to have a little bit of a radius on it, so I got to go back and do that. Do something there. But real close, and getting close to testing this part out, see how it works. Well, part is ready for one item, and that is to put some sort of radius angle on the back of here. But other than that, it's just about ready to get tested. See how it holds in the mill. Happy so far at how the finishes turned out on it, and we'll bring you back when I figure out what I'm going to do here on the back and how. Well, since everything else has got a ground surface, I had to finish the rod also here. Okay, I'm liking it. Well, can't tell if that's in focus, but basically it's running flat right there, and I've got about 1.5 thou to 2 thou, about 1.5 thou, 2 thou across the whole run of the tool. I'm happy with that. It is for a rough hold in the vise, but interesting. I was eating dinner and I realized something's missing on this tool. Thought I had it all done, cleaned it all up, and I forgot something. And you can see there's supposed to be chamfers, large 1/4 inch chamfers on the top and bottom of the part, right here and right down here. So I guess I'm not done. Gotta go back to work at it.